Peter.
Morning. How you doing, Lukey Moore? Lukey, this is the earliest we've recorded in ages. We're recording like really early in the morning. What's going on? How are you feeling right now? What's floating your boat? What's upsetting you?
Pretty tired. That's a good theme.
Pretty tired, yeah?
Oi, how long have you got?
How long have you bloody got, for crying out loud?
I would just say this. The window is open because of the impending heat death of this planet. So if people hear perhaps the odd dog barking or a parakeet flying over,
a bin lorry,
then enjoy it.
Someone taking in intravenous drugs. This is London after all.
Well, luckily this room backs onto other gardens, so I don't think there'll be... I mean, there may well be a heroin addict or two knocking about. I've not seen one, but then they are by their nature quite secretive.
Right, okay.
There won't be a bin lorry. Bin day is Thursday, so that's we're not recording this on a Thursday, so that's okay.
That one could have become lost from a neighbouring county. You don't know that.
That's true. I also feel like the way that some people record their shows these days, I can have the window open, can't I?
Yeah. People don't seem to mind, do they? I suppose. Yeah.
A bit of atmosphere.
Bit of atmosphere.
Bit of atmos. Bit of a breeze going through, sweeping across the mic. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. I completely agree.
We can't all rot in an apology cabin, can we?
No, it's true. It's true. I am exhausted from about 5 minutes of awkward mum and dad outside the nursery chat.
Oh yeah, so, it can weigh heavy on you.
Yeah. Do you live close?
How did it go?
Yes. Do you live close?
Talk us through the scene. Who opened proceedings?
A tall man with his child.
Height-maxing you. Height-mogging you. Straight away. First thing in the morning.
Did you see somebody posted...
Oh, give over, mate. I could do without a bloody height-mogging at 7 a.m.
I'm drinking decaf coffee. Fuck off. There was... did you see that somebody had posted Clavicula's... it was like a precursor to Vine, I think. Was it
his
called
little dance move?
His little dance move. Him
Quite
doing
a
his
good
little
dancer, to be fair.
Well, yeah, fine.
If you like that kind of thing.
If you like that sort of thing.
What was the subject of discussion outside the nursery then?
It was just, where do you live? I didn't start it. Where do you live? What nursery did your child used to go to? Just the usuals, really. I was a little bit kind of aware that my daughter does love to give kids a little nibble here and there, and she definitely nibbled one of them yesterday. So it was a little bit like, I don't know who in the room, because all of the other kids know my daughter and know her name.
Notorious. Notorious.
Not in a fearful way, but in a like, they genuinely do love her. She said she's I know every kid, like, father thinks their kid
thinks that.
I know, but they do seem to. She does seem to be someone that everybody knows, because she is.
Oh, she's a very sweet young girl, so I'm not surprised to hear that.
She is very friendly, but I am a little bit like, as I go towards the gates, I'm like, right, who's she? Because they don't tell you. They don't tell you who they've munched on.
No, they won't tell you. They won't give you the info.
Yeah.
My son,
I keep taking it very seriously. But everyone around me, from the nursery staff, it's just a phase they go through. I'm going, but it has to stop sometime.
At some point.
It has to stop sometime.
I feel the same about a load of stuff my son does. Like, my son wandered into the bedroom this morning at 10 to 5 with his grow clock in his hand.
Yeah.
Saying,
deal.
Ollie the owl's not waking up. It's partly because it's 10 to 5 in the morning, and partly because you've unplugged him.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So,
no.
Do I want to be reprogramming a kid's clock at 10 to 5 in the morning? No.
No.
So,
but one would suggest that if you've unplugged Ollie the owl, that time stops, and then when you plug it back in, it continues. So therefore, you've bought yourself an extra 10 minutes there. So he's seen himself off there.
I sometimes sit down with him and say, right, son, have you seen the Christopher Nolan vehicle Interstellar? Do you understand time is a relative concept depending on various different factors? He's just like, Daddy, I want to play with my toys.
Yeah. I like the other Christopher Nolan film where time goes backwards and forwards. So I think that I should be up at 5 o'clock, actually.
Outside the nursery, there's a very busy road outside the nursery we go to, and you can't fit 2 cars through it.
Right.
And the amount of times I'm going to use this, kind of put this as sensitively as I can. The amount of times you get involved with a parent who quite simply cannot drive their own car, right, who has absolutely no spatial awareness whatever. And the other morning with one of the parents I vaguely know, not really that well, but I had to basically gesture to them from the steering wheel of my car. Go back. You need to go back. Because I couldn't go back because there's a big junction behind me, right? You need to reverse back and move out of the way. And they're just like completely flustered. Why do people get so flustered?
Because they're driving killing machines, Luke. And to be honest, Luke, you've got a much bigger car than them, presumably. Because I've seen your car. It's massive.
Well, that's
it's
why
like
they need to go back. It's the law of the jungle, baby.
Stay back, stay down.
I've got bigger teeth in there.
But you're kind of painting a picture that you're like, that sounds like you're angrily going, get back. But in reality, you're probably smiling, aren't you?
No, I was angry.
No. But then you have to maintain a relationship with that person, haven't you? Because what if your Ben suddenly, it starts hanging out with that Ben? Then you've got to... Tell us not happening. You
can't be friends with that kid.
It's not happening.
Parents are dickhead.
His mum cannot drive the car.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm also very, very friendly to everyone at the nursery. I try my best to remember people's names. I use those names frequently. I'm always kind of cheerful wherever I can be because I don't want my son to suffer through my grumpiness.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
So I'm always on like best behaviour.
Yeah, I'm the most. I'm not biting anyone. In there, I'm not biting anyone.
Not unless it's consensually asked for.
No, exactly. If one of the mums or dads ask me to bite them, I will do it. Just for
which one would you like to bite the most?
I don't really see many.
Answer the question.
I don't think there are any that I'm particularly ravenous for. I must admit.
There's one dad whose name. I cannot remember, and it's gone too far for me to ask. Yeah. To the point where they are friends with someone else I know, and I message them saying, "Look, what's this guy's name?" Because it's embarrassing. I'm ashamed by it. I mean, I know it happens to you all the time, but it doesn't happen to me all the time. So I can't get used to it. And he's not actually replied. He's not even read the WhatsApp. So I've got every single week I see this dad. Yeah. And he definitely knows my name. Yeah. He knows the ramble. So like it's so imbalanced. If they know
the ramble is so imbalanced because that's not. I don't think that's fair.
There's at least 3 or 4 dads at the nursery who know the ramble.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair at all. Really, I know one lad who used to work at television company that I think he's called Nick, and there's a guy called Ben who looks cool. He's got cool dreadlocks.
Has he really got cool dreadlocks?
He's a black guy, so I mean, I think.
I don't care what colour his skin is. I'm asking if you think dreadlocks look cool. Is it a druller?
I think you presumed he was a white guy with dreadlocks, which automatically means they're not. Because
you would have said that. You would have said there's a white guy with dreadlocks, and then also you would not have been friends with him. That's bullshit.
I would have been friends with him.
If I would have been friends with him.
I would have been friends. Victor Lewis Smith, big fan of him back in the day. I would have been friends with Victor Lewis Smith because he had white guy dreadlocks.
Was he a fan of yours back in the day? Because he reviewed the Breakfast Show once or something.
No, not at all. No, I just used to like his comedy tips back in the day. Me and my dad used to listen to them because he was just rude to everybody. He used to ring up Michael Winner and call him a sex offender. Would you not judge someone? Yeah. For having white dreadlocks? I think if they're from my generation. Fine. If you're doing it now, not allowed. I would say if you're the base, I actually sang a little bit.
The levelers, or you're in Ned's Atomic Dustbin, it's fine.
Exactly, it's absolutely fine. So I think I would absolutely be fine. But so I wouldn't necessarily judge a white man with dreadlocks. You're right. I probably would have mentioned it if he was white, but. Where were we?
No, you were just saying I like him because he's got cool dreadlocks.
He's got cool dreadlocks. You
accused me of being racist. You're liking someone just because they got dreadlocks. I wasn't
accusing you of being racist at all. I was accusing you of saying, well, he's allowed to. It's not that much of a problem. It's not that much of a problem that you would have dreadlocks. But if you're a white guy, it is much of a problem. And the only person here who can have dreadlocks is you. And I think you should fucking piss or get off the pot, sunshine.
I should.
Let's have some dreadies.
It's been inside me for a long time. I need to get it out. The thing is, I'm pretty sure that you have to go a long while without washing your hair.
You do, and you got to piss about with like. I think I spoke about it before. I think I spoke about trying to get some myself because I had the basis from 1 Minute Silence, Adam. And I went.
How old were you at this point?
probably about 19, and I mean,
I'm actually quite surprised you didn't ever go down that route, to be honest.
Look at my hair. How it can't happen. Like,
you tried it and it wasn't possible.
I could have one big dreadlock. I could have one medium-sized sausagey dreadlock from all of my hair.
But did you try it?
Absolutely fantastic. No, because you need to put like I think they sort of say put to get it started. It's all like beeswax and stuff, isn't it?
Right.
You wash your dreads as much as you like, but I mean, you've just got to spend a lot of time pissing about with them. I think the whole point of them is that they're quite low maintenance, I would say. So yeah.
And speaking of Victor Lewis Smith, he's the guy who famously reviewed the first series of The Office and said it was terrible, right?
He did, yeah. He was was he Evening Standard? Something like
and that's
that.
followed him around, doesn't it?
Well, he's dead now, so.
Oh, is he? Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know that. Actually,
I always used to see him in the Groucho, just getting pissed. And I said hello to him once. I said me and my dad are a big fan.
Was he nice?
Of you. Yeah, he was really nice actually, and that's and he's quite acerbic in his columns, isn't he? You know, in his
yeah. Because I once on a similar kind of vibe. I once met Giles Corran in the Groucho, funnily enough.
What a surprise!
Yeah, and
what's a unique flower?
Thinking about how his columns are and how acerbic he is and like, his general demeanour. Funnily enough, when I met him, he was a total. So it doesn't always go that way. Speaking of Ricky Gervais vehicles, though, because obviously Victor Lewis Smith famously, if the people listening haven't seen that, it's actually quite interesting. Quite an interesting time capsule to go back and read that review of The Office. It's widely available. Victor Lewis Smith didn't like it, which is fine. You know, it's absolutely fine, but it's obviously not aged very well. It's fine for him not to like it, but it looks like a bit of a bum note in retrospect. Anyway, and I know this is low hanging fruit, but I have to mention this. I have to say this to you.
Yes.
Have you seen any of the latest Ricky Gervais vehicle?
I've seen a little bit of it.
My
I've seen a little bit
goodness
of it.
me.
Now, I'm going to have an opinion here that you're probably not going to like.
I cannot.
And the taste police are circling outside. Can
you hear them? It's because I got the window open. I'm unrepentant.
I know. I think that if you didn't know it was Ricky Gervais, it would be broadly fine.
You can't not
when
know,
you
though.
know when you know it's Ricky Gervais, it's exactly the same thing. What they always have to have the sad kind of, you know, oh, you're a cat. That's the best thing you can be. Oh, fuck off, Ricky. Just whenever you sort of go, how can he do the same thing over and over again and just sort of go, like, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. I know you don't need to reinvent anything, but
do you like humans?
God,
no. But also, I thought you would have very strong views on the quality of the animation.
No one's making good animation anymore. You'd think that you could use AI to improve the general frame rate, but no, I think it's pretty weak sauce, isn't it? But you do sort of think that it could be. I bet
there's some great animators out there who would have loved to have got the hold of that and been like, I can make this look good at least. But it's so lazy. That's the thing about it. I don't care that people make things.
It's expensive, and animation's really expensive.
Oh yeah, I bet Gervais can get a budget. Fuck off.
Yeah, but why? When he's not going to work very hard on the fucking platitudes, is he? So why?
I just think it's honestly the laziest. What I wanted to ask you about specifically, and I think I know the answer.
Right.
But anyway, is why do these other people who are otherwise pretty talented, why are they involved? You've seen what Tom Basden's capable of. Because have you seen that movie you made with Tim Key?
Yeah, because they're all.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, but they're all part of his little. Is it cadre? It's all part of his little sort of setup, aren't they? And they all sort of came up with his hand. So there's probably a little bit of. Although I'm probably past this point to do a voice of a cat on a shit TV show with a terrible script, you would probably think that I probably owe the man a little bit of something. So probably, you know, I sort of look at that and sort of go, well, they're probably good guys who just feel like they owe him something, and that's why they're doing this one last job.
That's sad though, isn't it?
Well,
it won't be one last thing, will it? Because there'll be another series, won't there?
No, it's
You can't think it's good. You can't think it's good.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's Crapston Villas. Do you remember Crapston Villas?
No, Crapston Villas was like quite innovative and quite kind of almost like joltingly offensive occasionally. It was actually quite, for its time, Crapston Villas was quite like, I remember watching it quite a lot on Channel 4 late at night and think it was quite horrible sometimes to watch. Yeah. It was quite challenging.
If we saw this back then, which is where Gervais lives.
I watched some of it, and it was honestly one of the central plot points of the episode I watched was a little cat being frightened because a boy on a skateboard skated past it closely.
Yeah.
And so a bigger cat pushed a boy off a skateboard ramp and said, "He won't be bothering you again."
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's again broadly fine.
It's like a story my son would tell me. Oh, there was a little cat that got scared, so a bigger cat saved it. It's honestly, I think it's like honestly numbingly bad. I cannot believe, because what's interesting about it is that Gervais goes through this thing where he's like, if you don't like it, or try not to be offended. It's like, I'm not offended.
No, I'm offended that I'm having to watch this. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a question of offence. It's a question of like how you can shit something out that's so lazy and think it's good. I can't believe he honestly thinks it's good. If he does, he's totally lost it. He's completely lost it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know you don't like me slagging other things off on this show, but you've got to call it out.
We slag things off all the time on the show.
I know, but you don't like it.
No, I watched a bit of it and I was like, oh, you know what? It's absolutely fine.
What's fine about it?
To be fair, producer Bruno has posted the line. Apparently, the TV show contains the line, "What god would make a little kitten this ill?" Does he get into the god stuff as well? Does he get?
I haven't watched all of it, but he he's obviously going to do that. He's obviously going to do that. Like that's really his one trick now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you watch, what's really interesting as well, and I'm not kind of saying that The Office and Extras was all merchant, because obviously it wasn't. They were clearly a really good team together. And The Extras is fucking brilliant. Extras is really underrated. Like no one really kind of talks about it, even though it's brilliant. But if you look at what Merchant's doing now, like The Outlaws is genuinely good. That's genuinely really fun. It's funny. It's like quite clever. Like it's got a plot. It's got loads of characters, and they manage them really well. They do actually like make a real effort to develop those characters. Yeah, it's got like a storyline, and you compare that to what Gervais is doing now. My goodness me! And in a way, I feel just sad about it, because he's a legend to us. Like when we were young, he's a legend. It was a really big deal for us, or for me anyway, when he came into the studio and guested on one of our shows. It was fucking cool. And I just look at it now and I go, what are you doing? Just stop doing stuff.
Yeah, but it's like the album thing though, isn't it? We've spoken about it before. I sort of say, 10 years. You should be allowed 10 years, and you got to go. You got to get everything out. You got to work like a dog for 10 years and then just get out. Make as much money as you can. Do as much, make as much of a statement as you can, and then you have to retire. You have to retire.
But I'm not trying to compare like us to like Gervais, because it's a different thing, and obviously
it's a good point. It's a bit rich. We've been doing this for 17 years.
Well, no, but
we're not creating anything. We're not creating narrative.
But I also do think that, Pete, if you came into the fucking office one day with some idea and it was bad,
right,
we would say, right?
Well, it's not happened yet.
Well, because you're good. And you haven't brought anything in for ages.
I haven't brought anything in for ages. Yeah, it's a good point actually.
But
I'm working on something that you literally. I said I'm working on something, Luke, and you said I literally do not want to know. So
no, I don't. It's frightening, because it's frightening. I know I will find out. Yeah, but there's honestly nothing more chilling to me than being out doing something. Sometimes with my son, enjoying life for all its splendour, the sun shining, having a lovely day, and I get a little notification on my Apple Watch saying, Pete Donaldson has sent you a reel. Oh, no.
Exactly. I'm doing something, Luke. Luke, I'm doing something. Yeah. I'm doing something.
So you're on board with Alley Cats. You like it. Did you like Afterlife?
No, I didn't like Afterlife. I thought it was an abhorrent piece of work of which he should be ashamed. But put that script with a lot of alley cats.
Do you think it's the same thing, really, isn't it?
It is this. It's exactly the same product over and over again. So yeah, it's kind of. I'm broadly fine with this one because it's one of those things that's like I'm never going to watch the whole thing. I'll have a little dip in, have a little look, and go, yeah, that's about it. But I do think they're at the point. Remember when was it Drowned in Sound or Pitchfork reviewed the second? Is it the first or maybe second? Yeah,
second Jet album.
Second Jet album.
It was Pitchfork, yeah.
Pitchfork, and they just put a video of a chimpanzee pissing into its own mouth. Yeah, there's a lot of chimpanzee pissing into their own mouth. Kind of Gervais reviews this week. Everyone's just having their kind of go, and it's just a bit over, isn't it? Like if you didn't get your jabs in on Afterlife, you're not getting your jabs in with alley cats. I don't think.
Yeah, I get the point. I do take that point. I guess my only comeback would just be that I think this is like demonstrably worse.
Right.
Like with Afterlife.
Because animators have had to spend some time on that. You know what I mean?
Also, it's the same cast with the same ideas. But the thing is, I mean, I feel a little bit, maybe the point you tried to make with Alley Cats, I kind of feel a little bit like with Afterlife. I watched the first season of Afterlife, and I think Jim and Marcus at the Ramble were like slating it. They had seen it before me, and they were like, "Oh, it's fucking so bad!" Like honestly, and I was like, "Okay." I thought, well, I better watch it. I better just check it out. And the one thing I would say there's two things I'll say about Afterlife. Right, the first season, didn't bother with the second season. In fact, is there maybe more than two things? Maybe there's a few things I can say about it. The first thing I'd say is it's beautifully shot. Right, I know everything's beautifully shot these days. Fucking Alley Cats isn't, but Afterlife is. And so you've got to give it credit for that. The second thing I'd say is there are scenes in the first season with his dad who's got dementia.
Yeah.
And his dad, the guy who plays his dad, is a brilliant actor. His name escapes me. He's in loads of stuff. He's a great actor. And the scenes between him and his father were roughly around the same time that my grandmother had dementia. He's called David Bradley. Thanks, Bruno. And I found them spot on. They were really, really well judged and well observed. And I thought it was actually very sensitively done. And I think when he gets it right, Gervais, he can do that stuff well. Like, and so that to me deserves some credit. And the third thing I say, like, it's got some funny standalone characters in it. Like, I think like the geezer Paul Kay is good in it. I think David Earl is good in it. You know, there's like some redeemable stuff about it.
Yeah.
But I think you can't really say that about the latest offering,
right? But you, with respect, you've only watched one episode, so I think you need to watch all of the episodes.
Yeah, I've seen one episode and plenty of clips. Yeah,
how many episodes are there?
I can't remember. Too many.
I just always feel like they're kind of like British products and products from British minds. They only get like 4 eps. It's never a full run, especially with animation. You're right. It's more annoying that animators will have had to have animate this to this script, and they would have had to spend a lot more time. Because when you film something, you know, it's on the SD card, isn't it? Almost immediately. But with this, it's like, you know, animators will have had to have animated every little kind of crease in the cat's face.
So it's 6 episodes. I've just looked it up.
6 episodes, right? Okay.
I would also make a wider point. Bruno wants us to draw attention to the fact the tagline is 9 lives, 0 fucks.
Yeah, fine. Yeah,
you're defending it. Anyway, the can I make a wider point, which I would love you get your take on, because I think you're good on this stuff. Whenever I see this stuff, and I think, whether it's Gervais or, anyone else kind of in that space, I think. And maybe is this our age? Maybe you'll have a take on this as well. Maybe it's just the age we're at. I do think that, like, it is possible to make like genuinely thoughtful, satirical, and offensive comedy that has a place in this mad society in which we now live. And the way that's being done at the moment, it's just fucking embarrassing. Like, whether it's Ricky Gervais just basically calling everyone a pedo, saying the word and humans are dickheads and animals are great, right? Like, there is genuinely a really kind of interesting discussion to be had about how fucking human beings are behaving, how the planet is dying, and how animals are disrespected. If that's what you really care about, and you're a really talented comedy writer and performer, you could do something good on that. But he doesn't. And then the other end of it is you've got people like that Matt Ford guy, like yesterday, what pissed me off, and like I said to you the other day, I am a bit fucking annoyed because it's really hot at the moment and the fucking earth feels like it's dying and everything's stressful and you get fucking tired of it and stuff. So I get that's informing some of this. But I saw Matt Ford had posted a poster of his Edinburgh show, and it's this political comedy stuff. Yeah, great, Leo's political comedy. And it's just being retweeted by frontline politicians. This is great. You should absolutely go and see it. And it's like, no, that's not what fucking political satire's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be doing it so that politicians can laugh at it as well and say what great fucking guys they are. You're supposed to be fucking challenging it. And it annoys me that no one really does that now. With the exception like Stuart Lee, no one really does it. And it frustrates me because we grew up in the 90s with Chris Morris and people like that. Do you not get frustrated by that? Or do you think you can find challenging comedy if you look hard enough for it?
I think Matt Ford was a Labour wonk and has a relationship with a lot of people in the Labour Party. That's why that sort of thing happens. I think that people like Gervais are sucking all of the air and the money out of the room. People just don't have enough money to put anything on the telly anymore. And all of the interesting stuff is happening not on these shows. So the Americans are making all the good stuff. So and by their very nature, they're not going to be as serrated. They're not going to be as, if you're going to create something for an American audience, it has to be a little kind of, you have to be broader just simply because it's a bigger market. And, you'd think you'd be able to get more cult stuff down. Like there's loads of really subversive kind of interesting stuff happening, but it's just not happening here because nobody's commissioning anything because no one has any bloody money. So that's why. Like, but Channel 4 just isn't a channel anymore. Like anybody who sort of walks into Channel 4 thinking they're going to make a TV show, they don't do anything anymore. It's just nothing. They're waiting for the next big hit, but they're not really putting any money behind it actually happening. No, they're just kind of they're a ship of kind of lost souls. There's just nothing. The people who used to spend money on TV shows just aren't doing it anymore because they're kind of their nose is led by, in my opinion, how many Instagram followers the actors have got, and how many and how much kind of where these people, how much impact can these people make in a demographic that we're kind of really looking forward to rather than making good stuff. So, yeah, I think commissioners are just making stupid decisions and they're being led by data rather than their guts because they don't have guts anymore.
It's a fair point. And obviously TV, there's no money in it. I get that. Like, I remember thinking that Saturday Night Live UK would be really bad, and we talked about it on the show at the time. And I thought, I've taken the piss out the trailer, which was terrible. So I need to watch it. And when I watched it, it was fine. It wasn't that bad. It was actually decent. It's perfectly decent.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
but it was also like there was like nothing to it.
But that could only happen because it had sponsorship and a load of funding behind it, and it was a real kind of not even a Hail Mary. It was just kind of like a let's do.
But it's also like a spin-off of another really successful brand elsewhere, right?
Exactly.
It's got that behind it because they think, and what my experience is like, American kind of commissioners and audiences and stuff don't really care about the UK market because it's so small.
No, of course.
So it was quite cool that they did something in the UK, I guess.
Yeah, I think have they tried it before? I feel like they tried it before in like the 90s.
Maybe.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. I think it does ring a bell. Yeah, to me, it's just disappointing because I understand maybe you got to look in other areas for it, maybe on YouTube and elsewhere online. There's stuff, but you're right to say that. I guess ultimately, if you're Netflix, you're gonna. I mean, Gervais is a banker, isn't he? He's gonna get audience.
I mean, I almost guarantee that'll get more audience than if anybody else did it. So why not give the money to Gervais? You know what I mean?
Then also Netflix commissioned like Graham Hancock to make shit. So to me it is fucking. I just think it is a bit weird. I just think it's a shame. Like, and maybe I'm just totally out of touch. And young people get their satire and get their other shit from elsewhere, and they are very happy with that. But like, there's no really. I just don't think there's any really genuinely impactful kind of transcendent kind of stuff anymore. Like, there's no zeitgeisty stuff that everyone's like, oh, did you fucking see that?
It's not, but it's not on. It's just not on telly, is it? It's just on the YouTubes and the Instagrams and stuff and TikTok. Like, people are just working shorter and working harder at that kind of thing. And that's I'd look at someone like, I know Conor O'Malley's not a young performer, but look at the stuff he's putting on YouTube and stuff. Like the amount of work he puts into his skits, and they're like 15-minute long kind of productions that would have cost. He's the one who's Honk If You're Horny on I Think You Should Leave. He does like really subversive kind of like, you know, parodies and satires of modern life and stuff, and he basically, he'll start in one place and end up in a completely different place. Like, go on his YouTube, it's fucking insane stuff. Like, it's really good stuff, and he deserves the platform. But, you know, does that belong on the television? No. Like, he'll find an audience wherever he can, I suppose. So it's just, television is not important anymore. Good on him.
So do you think there's no merit?
They never gave us a show. Fuck them.
No, exactly. And they could have done well out of it. But anyway, so could we, more importantly. But do you not think there's any merit in the idea then that part of the reason that governments are so incompetent, and we've had so many different prime ministers and all the rest of it, and there's other reasons for it, is because there's no kind of proper holding to account of stuff in this way, or do you not think it's relevant?
What do you mean? As in like...
Well, as in like, oh, I can't do X because I'll get hammered in the culture for doing it, and so it kind of keeps people on the straight and narrow. Like the idea, I suppose I'm talking shit actually, because really the classic Chris Morris stuff about, like, you know, the drug fucking panic and the paedophile panic and stuff, I suppose I didn't really fucking make any meaningful contribution to government policy, did it? It just took
no. What would you do? What would you do now? You do something on the migrants. You do something on the boat crossings. You do something on the something that sends the Daily Star into a fucking blind panic. You just find all of those things that, you know. I'm trying to think what their big kind of.
It'd be the Mail, wouldn't it? You go after the Mail and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're very easy to parody, but nobody's doing it on. It's just easier to. I think it's easier to kind of like have a thought, bash out on social media in a 5-minute video or a 2-minute tweet or whatever, than write a whole thing on it that may be out of date because things move so fucking fast. By the time you get it filmed and get it out there, it's kind of over. So yeah. Anyway, all right then, let's get out of here.
See you later.
We'll be back next time round for more Luke and Pete Show fun. Get your emails in, hello@lukeandpeteshow.com. You can also find us on Instagram, where we do short form satirical tableaus about modern life.
We should.
@Luke and Pete Show. Ta-ta.